Africa Racing. Welcome to Red Star Raceway for the Red Star Racing Club Motorcycle Championship 2016 and of course the 4A12 Endurance Series. We're going to start off with the 4 hours at this event. Many riders and many classes at this, the first round of 6 at the new Club Motorcycle Championship 2016, and brought to you by TLP distributors Suzuki, Bridgestone and Fellaliv. Excitement high on the agenda, and it wasn't only about the guys. Final preparations and riders briefing ahead of the racing. Lots of nerves as we go straight into the little gunners, the NSF 100s. Riders making their way out onto the circuit and under starters' orders. A couple of riders that'll be competing in this class for the second season in a row, so they'll have all the experience, but we do have quite a few new riders out there on track. Red flag is up. When it goes down, they'll watch the lights. Out go the lights and away they go. What a great way to start your superbike racing career in the NSF 100s. We'll see who's got the good start. It's a long drag down to the turn, but it looks like it's the number 19, Chris Wright, who's gone to the front. Right with him, the 99 of Deegan Claessens there. A couple of passes being made out on the track, and really good to see Tristan Pienaar out there. The man has been competing in junior motocross and pocket bike racing out there in the NSF 100s. No one to catch Chris Wright at the moment on the number 19 up in the front. Still the 99 of Deegan Claessens in that second place, but here comes the number 10 of Dante Liebenberg. That could turn into a little battle later on in the race. You see tucked behind the fairings. They know what it's all about. Top speed, great riding style. Chris Wright through the turn there, hanging off the bike. Bronwyn Lee Gibson, one of our young lady riders out there learning the art of superbike racing. Look at that, all the guys working on their lean angles. That's Laura Comedy, and we know that the comedies can get going quickly around a racing circuit. Here's that big battle. The 99 of Dante Liebenberg holds on. No one going to catch that man on 19 though. Chris Wright in control, got the start, and looking like a true champion at this first round of the series. Checkered flag goes out, and the 19 holds on to the race win. In race 2, we'll see whether the 19 can get himself another good start. Great jump out of the gate from Deegan Claessens. Into that second place. Going to have to be very careful though. Of course, that man Dante Liebenberg will be trying to chase him down. And wow, once again, Chris Wright is just checking out. But here comes the number 10 of Deegan Claessens right with him. There you can see how close that battle is for second place. But late on the brakes, leaning into that right-hander, looking through the corner. The riding style of these riders is absolutely incredible. As we start to see a couple of changes. There we go. So it looks like Dante Liebenberg has made his way into second place. It's quite a big dice. And here comes the 99 of Deegan Claessens trying to hold on to it. So the 99 holds on to second at this stage, but he's got the number 10 all over the back wheel. This is how close it is. This young, and they're still going head to head. And this is, I'm sure, how it's going to be for the rest of their racing careers. Look at this, how close it is down the main straight as they go past Bronwyn Lee Gibson. She'll watch over and see just how it's done. And once again, the 99 of Deegan Claessens just holds on to second place. But by now, Dante Liebenberg knows where the area is to make the pass. It won't be long. Back to the front with Chris Wright. Look at that lean angle for such a little bike. Checkered flag waiting up for the 19, and Chris Wright making a 2 out of 2 and a great start to the series. A little double fist pump just to celebrate his win. Dante Liebenberg finally taking that second place ahead of Deegan Claessens in third place. Tarek van der Merwe fourth, and Tristan Pienaar rounds out the top 5. Heading into the 150s and the 250s.
I'm Luca Bologna. I ride in 150 class. My number is 45. I'd just like to say thanks to my dad, my mom, and Armadillo for helping me prepare the bike for this weekend.
My name is Tarek van der Merwe. I'm racing in the CBR 150 class. My number is 32, and I'd just like to say thank you to my mom, my dad, and ETR Racing for doing up my bike for this weekend.
My name is Deegan Claessens. I ride in the 150 Cup. My number is 99. And I want to say thank you to all my sponsors for it was a wonderful day.
Good morning, my name is Chris Wright. I ride bike number 17. I just want to say thank you to my mom and dad for assisting me throughout the years to get where I am now. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Luca Coccioni. I'm number 67. I race in the 150 Cup, Club Series. And I just wanted to thank my dad for being the mechanic to my bike today. Thank you.
My name is Chase Holster. I'm number 58. I ride in the 150 class, and I'd just like to thank my mom, my dad, and Mrs. Engineering for helping me.
Riders making their way out onto this fantastic Red Star Raceway designed specifically for motorcycles, and a great lineup of riders. 150s mostly, 250 in the crowd, and that'll be the number 54 of Daniel Nolan. We do have a GoPro on board, so we'll get some great footage as he comes through the field. 30 seconds to go, watching the lights. Out they go, and away they go. A great start there, of course, from the 250 of Daniel Nolan. We'll watch that bike. Here it goes now. So from the second or third row of the grid, here he comes, making his way towards the front. Going to have a great dash there with the 45 of Luca Bologna. Into turn one they go. You can see a couple of different lines there, and a rider coming all the way from the inside. That's how close it is and how it looks to be on board a motorcycle going through the Titan Twisties at Red Star Raceway. Quite a few of the NSF 100 riders make the swap over to the 150s as well and compete in this class. The more riding time they get, the better. There it is, that big dash down the main straight. Pretty close in the top three still. The 45 of Luca Bologna leads the race. With right in there as well, Chris Wright on number 17 this time around. He just saw him winning the NSF 100s and straight up into the top three of this 150 class. But everyone trying to catch Luca Bologna up in the front. There they go through that right-hand turn. So we are trying to see whether Daniel Nolan on that 250 can hold on to them. But at this stage, the 150 is running away with things. Luca Bologna not about to give an inch away. There we go, up the inside. Maybe that's a little bit late on the brakes, but he holds it somehow. The number 17, Chris Wright. Great maneuver up the inside. That was just late braking and no fear whatsoever, holding a very tight defensive line and somehow still manages to carry great corner speed. Chris Wright. He's going to be a bright star for the future. Still that battle up in the front. No way through for the 45 of Luca Bologna. He's trying to make it back to the front where he started the race. 67, Luca Coccioni, right in the mix of things in that third place on the number 67, trying to find a way through. But here we go, another dance for the front. This is coming right down to the wire, but it's going to be Luca Bologna right at the checkered flag that takes the win there. And a great result for the man on number 45. In race 2, it's going to be all about the start once again. Here we go, that mad dash down into turn 1. On board once again with our 250 rider, Daniel Nolan. The only 250 rider out there today, but really having his hands full of these little 150s who are getting through the turns very quickly. Once again, the winner of race 1, Luca Bologna, to the front. Hasn't been easy for him. He's had his hands full of Luca Coccioni and Chris Wright. Should be a tight three-way battle once again. It looks like the 17 of Chris Wright has found his way to the front. His cornering speed is magnificent. Can Luca Coccioni get up there and make a dice of it? There's Dante Liebenberg as well on the 62. Great shot of him somewhere in the mid-pack fighting his way. The 17 of Chris Wright in the front and trying to get away, but there seems to be some sort of a problem there. And Luca Bologna goes to the front. And Luca Coccioni then into second place. Is there some sort of a problem for the 17? He's dropping further and further back. There definitely is. And here comes Luca Coccioni. He wants a shot at winning this one on that tight inside line. Great maneuver, but runs a little wide. And Luca Bologna back at him. Cuts the nose off and into the front once again. So great racing up there. It looks like Chris Wright is still in the mix, but not quite as quick as what he was early on in the race. Well, this is how it's going to finish. The 46 takes the win. Luca Bologna. There you can see the disappointment from the 17 of Chris Wright. And Luca Coccioni will be ecstatic with that second place. Going through the official results then, your winner 2 out of 2, Luca Bologna, Daniel Nolan winning the 250 class, Luca Coccioni, Chris Wright, Chase Holscher. Moving on to the Challenge Your Dreams class. That's exactly what it's about, is challenge your dreams, get out there on a superbike, go around Red Star Raceway and see how well you can do. Well, a couple of names that we do know from outside of road racing, one of them being Tristan Cuthbert. So off a motocross bike onto a superbike, and let's see how well he can do in the Challenge Your Dreams class. Where they go, some of the guys just feeling out how a superbike gets off the line, but all the way safely down into turn 1. Someone getting a fantastic start. There we go, towards the front. Nice to see the 62, Aiden Liebenberg, right in there, one of the youngsters. And he's trying to hold on to the back end of Evert Stoffberg. And it's late on the brakes down into the turn. We know Aiden Liebenberg is very good on the brakes, but riding a bike is pretty big for him. But the youngster will do his best to make a good race of it. Jock from Wyngaard, he'll be trying to close the gap. There he is back in third place. So trying to get closer to this battle and right up onto the back end of Aiden Liebenberg. A man who obviously knows this circuit very well. In fact, coaches many riders on how to go around it quickly. So right in the mix. But Evert Stoffberg is doing a great job up in the front. Big guys are riding a wide line and no way through for the two riders behind him. Great lean angle from the youngster. You see Jock from Wyngaard a little more upright. It still carries great corner speed. Into the left-hander they go. Nicely looking through the corners, but there's battles going on all over the place. The 73 right in there, that's Alwyn Steenkamp trying to make a good race of it as they go through the little S-bands. This class running the full Red Star Raceway circuit, and still Evert Stoffberg in the front. It looks like Jacques van Wyngaard has moved into second place now. Aiden Liebenberg back to third. There's the 24th, Ian Howard, one of the sponsors to the series from Bridgestone, right in the mix of things, enjoying his ride. Is their way through for Jacques van Wyngaard. Right onto the back end of Evert Stoffberg. Hunting for a way through. He's shown no weaknesses at this stage as the 33 of Evert Stoffberg, but there it is, down the main straight into turn 1, and that's where Jacques van Wyngaard gets to the front. Great line through the little switchbacks, and now they head down that very fast long back straight, twist the throttle. Checker flag awaits Jacques van Wyngaard. Nice salute to the crowd there. He's happy about that result, I'm pretty sure. Big smile under that helmet, along with that man Evert Stoffberg and Aiden Liebenberg coming home in third place. Race 2, the nerves will be a little calmer. Hopefully the guys get off the race line a little smoother than they did in race 1. The 101, Ludovic Hutting, and the 52 there, Jacques van Wyngaard, the winner of race 1. Umbrella Girls out, keeping them nice and cool, but not for long because the race is underway, and Aiden Liebenberg just absolutely rockets off the start line and into the front. The youngster had a fantastic third in Heat 1, and now wants the taste of victory. Going to have to ride hard because he's got Jacques van Wyngaard right there with him. Great shot of the number 20, Jonathan Trethuri, right ahead of the 101 of Ludovic Hutting. There we go. It's a pretty tight battle up in the front, but this time Evert is back in third place. Keeps it ahead of the 24, Ian Harwood, who's having a great ride there in fourth place and leads a whole heap of riders that are trying to chase down on the leaders. It's about how close can you stay to the front, because anyone can make a mistake at any given time, and you're going to pick up a couple of positions. We watch Jacques van Wyngaard has gone to the front, and now Aiden Liebenberg has got his hands full with Evert Stoffberg, riding a smaller capacity bike there, Aiden Liebenberg, but he is a very small light rider, so making a great power to weight ratio scenario for him out there. Yellow flags, and we have seen our change. So it looks like the 33 is going to take the win. Jacques van Wyngaard there obviously had a problem. So that leaves Evert Stoffberg with the win. Aiden Liebenberg in second place. Tristan Cuthbert. Great to see the motocross rider out there in third place. Welcome back to Africa Racing. We're at Red Star Raceway for Red Star Racing Club Motorcycle Championship 2016, including the 4-hour endurance racing. Time now for the Red Star Raceway classes A, B, and C, as well as the Masters. A big lineup of riders. Around about 23, 24 riders will be making their way to the start line for what will be a very entertaining race. Some very quick bikes, some experience out there as well, and on one of the best motorcycle tracks in the country. There will be a lot of nerves as they make their way into the first race, and you can see it takes all sorts in this Red Star Raceway A, B, and C category. Understarters orders, a couple of jump starts and one bike stalled right in the middle. That is not a good idea. You can see just how the riders go past in such a hurry down into turn 1. As There's a shot of the number 20, Jonathan Truthui, and plenty of action all the way through the field, which is good to see. Up on the front though, it's the motocross star Tristan Cuthbert, and trying to hold off Dad right behind him. It's Paul Cuthbert in there, Enzo Bettini as well on 32, trying to make a good race of it. But all the action is coming from just behind them. Plenty of battles out on the track. We saw Shane McCow out there. So Tristan Cuthbert leads the way, and he'll be trying to hold on to it. Paul Cuthbert right there with him will be helping him defend that race lead. Enzo Bettini and Jonathan Truthui, they're locked in the battle. Look how close it's getting all the way through that left-hand turn, and Jonathan Truthui trying to make a way past. No way through at this stage. The number 8, Shane McCow in there. Oh, look how close it is there. Sometimes 4 riders going through the turn at once. We had a look at the 44 of Louis McCow. Back with Enzo Bettini on the 32, still holding off the number 8 there of Shane McCow. As you see another battle there, the 636 of Loki Lawrence holding off Louis McCow on the 44. And we said plenty of battles. What a great class out on this track. The guys enjoying this fantastic circuit. Jonathan Truthui holding off a big charge there from the number 61, Joe Herbeck. Those two are really going quickly, trying to chase down on that man, your race leader, Tristan Cuthbert, late on the brakes. A lot of the skills he's learned in motocross about control, applying here out on the Red Star Raceway circuit. Going to have to be careful not to break out of this class in terms of times. The top 3 are going very, very quickly. So Tristan Cuthbert takes the checkered flag there in race 1. And it looks like he's going to be a hard man to beat. In race 2, a couple of riders missing. They had been bumped out of the class. We'll wait and see how this one turns out. Paul Cuthbert will become one of the favourites in there. Andre Swanepoel and Wayne Morgan, quite a few of the riders up there. Enzo Bettini, of course. And then the 444. That's Sean Harford out on the track, also up towards the front end of the pack this time around. Just dropping back a little bit of Sean Harford, but trying to hold on to that front back. You never know what can happen out there on the track at any given time. You don't want to be too far behind, otherwise you won't be able to capitalise on running up in the front if there are mistakes. So the 69, Joe Cruz, some great shots there. But look at that charging in the background. Wayne Morgan on the 104. Gonna have to be careful, we're drawing this race to a close and the guys are fighting for valuable points. Every position counts towards the overall for the day, obviously. And it's a very tight battle. Those top 4 have been going since the beginning of the race. And it's coming down to the wire. Very, very quick in a straight line, Joe Cruz. Paul Cuthbert hanging on. He knows Tristan won the first race. He would like to go out and do that in the second race for the Cuthbert family. Nice tight line there from Paul Cuthbert, hunting for a way through on that white number 42. Really enjoying this circuit. And there we go, you can just see that big battle. This time around though, Wayne Morgan trying to get up there and make the passes. Late on the brakes, up the inside, so Joe Cruz is starting to drop back just a little bit. Perhaps a little bit of arm pump, but is heading backwards and not forwards after looking very good at the front of this race. But it's coming down to the wire, and it looks like Wayne Morgan is going to take the win there in Class A, just ahead of Joe Cruz. Very good second heat from Joe Cruz on that number 69. Paul Cuthbert wins the Masters class. Andre Swanepoel winning Class B. Wayne Morgan wins Class A ahead of Enzo Bettini. Time now for the 4-hour endurance race, the start of the endurance series brought to you by Suzuki. We had a chance to catch up with the guys from Odin.
Hi, my name's Chris. I work for Odin Power Sports. We run the 4812 Endurance Series brought to you by Suzuki. It's a championship series where there's teams of 1 bike and 4 riders who battle it out over the 4, the 8 and the 12-hour race for the championship prize. And then we have a relay race as well, which is where you ride your own bike and you come and enjoy the fun and progress up to the championship status. Hope you enjoy the afternoon.
Time now for the riders to get ready for the 4-hour endurance race. That is a long time on a racing track. The Odin girls will be supplying the shade. Riders will start from pit lane at time intervals. Obviously picks up on the transponder. Guys know there's a long time in the saddle ahead of them. Class is separated into Class A and Class B according to the qualifying times. Some of them know it's a long race, not too keen to get away too quickly. Some of them want to go a little quicker than others. Most importantly, you want to keep it on 2 wheels so that the rest of the riders in your team have a chance to ride through that 4 hours. Some of the favorites are Team Ride Fast. They got 2 teams in the Endurance A class. Team Ride Fast A and Team Ride Fast B. We'll see how they do. RSR Stars also going to be a firm favorite out there. They know the track well. in the Endurance B class. MotoGB will be a firm favorite. Superbike Magazine also in there with Suzuki. And the guys are out there racing. And by now there was quite a few mix and matches out there. Some fast riders going past some of the slower riders. The Endurance A guys going around as quickly as 1 minute 57. That was the best lap time posted in this 4-hour endurance race. The riders knew they could be a little less aggressive than they are in a normal 5 or 10 lap race. They got a great opportunity to make a pass in a straight line or on the brakes and through the turns. Keep it nice and easy. Of course, you've got to look after the tires as well. The 99, one of the good teams, Uncle Andy Suzuki up there right in the mix, lying in third place at this stage of the race. There's the 86. That's Team Ride Fast B team, also doing really, really well and circulating around about 2 minutes and 1 second. Very, very quick. Well, out there, believe it or not, that Uncle Andy Suzuki has just posted a 1 minute 56.4. So that is the new fastest lap of this 4-hour endurance race. 42 is Team All Stations, and it was originally going to be the L Stations, but All Stations it became, and enjoying themselves in Group B. We got a couple of fallers. That was going into the pits for Team Handle It. And didn't quite handle it going into the pits that time around. Hopefully all's okay and they get to finish the race as well. No one to catch. Team Ride Fast, the A team. There we go. So that's good news. The 200 back on the bike. He'll make his way back into the pits, perhaps change riders. The riders are very tired after a long while in the saddle before they come and do the changeover. You can see the riders not charging into the turns too quickly, trying to save tires, save brakes, keep everything going on track. That was the 52 out there of RSR Stars. The 30 is Team TCO, also out on track. Just nice and smooth, nice and steady. That's what you want in a 4-hour endurance race. The number 6 out there, Four Ways Flyers, and they're just ahead of the 11 team map. Now, they're running a slightly different format to the endurance races. They're out there in a relay race. Endurance races share the same bike. The relay races, well, they change bikes out there. So all sorts of different formats within this 4-hour endurance race, and that's what makes it so special. As we watch the leader of the Endurance B class, that's the MotoGB class going through, and nice to see that bike out performing so well out on the track. Tight racing, even though it's an endurance race. As we watch Team 42, that's Team Triple LQ. Goes through. They're lying in second place in the Endurance B class. Some magnificently turned out machines in this endurance race, and tuned there by Odin Performance. Here we go, got a battle of the Endurance A class, but bike number 81, Team Bike Show, going another lap down to Team Ride Fast. That's the Team A, and now put quite a few laps in some of the riders in that class as bike 09 comes into the pits. That's a Team RET getting ready to change riders. And that's the leader of the relay race, the 2214 Shades of Awesome. And they really are in that relay race stage. So all the pit changes coming in now. The riders have been out there for some time. And time to get to new riders in the saddle and out there onto the track. Some of the riders want to do it as quick as possible. They're taking the transponders off, and this is where they change bikes. And of course those that are on the same bike, the transponder will just stay on. So all sorts of different tactics as they head into the pits. And difficult to get those transponders off in a hurry, get the riders off, new riders on. And all racing again. The bike 16 out there, that's part of the relay race. Bike Addict Team B are enjoying a good ride. The 221, the front end of the relay race, 4 Shades of Awesome, just showing you how awesome they get going around the circuit. Once again with Team Ride Fast A team, that is the leader of the endurance race, and looking good out there at the moment. In fact, it put a full lap on RSR Stars. Uncle Andy Suzuki had dropped back 3 or 4 laps at this stage of the race. Became very difficult to know exactly who you needed to pass and who was in the race with you. Sometimes the back markers started to race the front runners because you weren't aware of exactly who you were racing with. It looked like there might have been some problems there for Team Ride Fast. Hopefully nothing too terminal. They get back out on the track in the front. The 81 out there, Team Bike Show. Like we said, it doesn't matter where you're on the track. You got some passes to make. There were bikes all over the track at this stage of the race. The 78 MotoGB is still leading the Endurance B class, riding very, very consistently out on the track. final lap. 4 hours was done. The last lap board came out. That's exactly what the riders wanted to see, and all making their way, hopefully safely, towards that checkered flag. The 81 of a Team Bike Show towards the back end of Endurance A team. Here we go, that checkered flag awaits for the winners. Team Ride Fast A, that's RSR Stars crossing the line in second place in the Endurance A class, and a great job there in the endurance race. So Team Ride Fast wins out Endurance A ahead of RSR Stars, and Uncle Andy Suzuki in third place. In the Endurance B category, MotoGP with the win ahead of Team LLLQ, Superbike Magazine and Suzuki in third place. 4 Shades of Awesome wins the relay race ahead of 4-Way Flyers and Team Map in third place. Plenty of celebrations for the teams that did finish. Some burnouts there for the 4-Way Flyers. AJ Fenter got some time on the track as well, so lots of celebrations for the top 3. RSR Stars, thumbs up from them. And the youngsters getting involved in the celebrations as well. Great end to the day, great prize giving, and we're looking forward to the next round, which will be the 8 hours.